Award. Who's further away than Eric?
Who lives further away from Orlando? I think most of the people here are from
Yeah,
very
most
cool.
everybody from
In
Orlando.
Y'all
Orlando.
Really
know
close
me,
to each
but
other.
if I start doing this, I'm gonna throw a prize out there. I'm gonna throw a reward out there. It's gonna be a reward out there for
Sounds
the
good.
person.
Sounds good.
We are live.
Wanna
We
know.
are live.
Yeah.
All right,
right.
guys,
Good
we're live on Facebook. Good
morning.
morning. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Hey,
Happy
everybody.
Monday.
It is the first Monday of November. Time to put that Christmas tree up, ready.
Yes.
All right, guys. So thank you everyone for being here today. Happy Monday. I hope everybody had a fantastic weekend. We're getting ready. Guys, this is the last 60 day of the year, last 60 days. So we really got to get on our best game now to be able to finish strong and
Yes,
start
yes.
the 2026 with the best mindset. That's why we're doing this every Monday for you guys. So again, thank you everyone for being here today. Just quick couple announcement. This Thursday, guys, we have a summit. Growth Summit is going to be on November 6th. This is going to be an amazing event where you guys can get up to date with all the technology coming up into real estate so we can go ahead and learn from the best. So I see you guys, everybody, this Thursday at 9:30 in the morning till 2 p.m. Only $49 and lunches included, free parking. It's like no excuses for that, all right? And also Growth Summit, that's going to be on November 20th. Growth Summit with Joe
Now,
LaRosa.
let's do it
That's
now.
it. Do it now.
Do it now. I'm sorry. Do it now with Joe LaRosa on the 20th. Oh my God, Norma would have killed me if I said this wrong. She's not here right now. But okay, do it now on the 20th with Joe LaRosa. Again, tickets are for sale as well on my agent account. And one of the best activities that we do, that we come together as a family in La Rosa, is a basket brigade. So again, guys, this is the year that we want to go ahead and push this as much as possible. We are taking donations in Orlando office, Premier office, and Nona office. Taking donations, only $45 if you don't have time to go shopping. We will do that shopping for you. But we really want to go ahead and be able to collect these food items and be able to help a family in need. Last year we collected over 2,500 baskets. I believe this year, we can double that and take into consideration the big need out there right now for so many people and furlough so many people not being able to get their food stamp funds for the month. So again, let's come together. Let's go ahead and help our family. That's going to happen. We are taking the donation deadline for most of the office going to be the 18 or 19. And then the big event is going to be on the 22nd, November 22nd at Celebration Office. We ask for also volunteers because we need to deliver those baskets. So asking for volunteers to come and join us. We're going to be, again, last year was an amazing event and you can bring your whole family, especially the little ones, so they can go ahead and help out and be able to see how we are able to give back and, be grateful for what we have. And again, thank you everyone for being here. And today we have such an amazing special guest. So honored to be here.
Welcome. Welcome. It's you.
Cesar, we go ahead and give you the intro for a special guest.
Right. Awesome. Today, yes, like Priscilla was saying, we have a very special guest and we're going to introduce him. We wanted to say a couple of things before he started, because the topic for this week is winning the week, the power of daily discipline. Because the thing is that, most people want to win the week, but few win the day. Discipline is what separates intention from execution, talk from traction, and potential from performance. So our guest today, our very special guest today, is Mr. Cliff Long, and he knows what it takes to lead with consistency because he's the CEO of the Orlando Regional Realtor Association, one of the largest real estate associations in Florida, guiding thousands of professionals, managing high-level pressure, and leading through change. So, Cliff, welcome to Mindset Monday. We want to hear what you have to say today, brother. How's going on today?
Man, you know what, my brother? Today it's a beautiful day. I woke up this morning. I was ready to go. I knew I was going to see you. I knew I was going to see Cheryl. I was not anticipating Priscilla, who is killing it this morning. I wasn't ready for that. I was just ready to come to the office today to talk to my people, and you guys have not let me down. I'm so excited. So, real quick, I started off, I was asking everybody, I want to know where you're from. I want to know, but not where you're from, because everybody's from someplace different. I want to know who's from the furthest place this morning, the furthest from Orlando. I got a Polk County guy. Is he going to win my prize?
No.
Yes.
Or
Of
anybody
course.
further than Polk County?
Well, we have a Key West. We have somebody here from Key West.
you in Key West? Who's in the Keys?
She's in Orlando, right?
Yes. Hi, good morning. I'm from the southernmost point of USA, Key West.
Are you there now? To qualify, Chichi, you got to be there now.
No, I'm in Orlando. Oh, I'm honest. I'm in Orlando.
I love you. I love you.
I'm in Daytona Beach Shores.
Who's in
Something
Daytona? Is
like-
that Rosalina?
Rosalina.
It is, yes. Hi, I'm just walking on the beach.
Oh,
It's going to be
nice.
hard to beat that. Rosalia is on the beach, walking the beach. Who can top that?
Huh.
No one can top that, I don't think.
Anybody?
Okay.
Other than Daytona. Okay, so we have Daytona, we have Polk County, which is Eric is all the way down in Lakeland area. So anybody else before, even on the chat, let me check you too, because we have you too.
Yeah,
Okay, nobody in YouTube. All right, so we don't have anybody else.
So, Rosalia, you are the winner of a free class today. Okay? You're the winner of a free class today. All you got to do is do a screenshot on your phone right now of this. Bring it into Aura to prove that you're that person, and we'll set you up with a free class, okay? Class of your choice.
Awesome.
Congrats.
Thank
Okay.
you.
So one of the reasons why I wanted to do this is because Rosalia is walking on the beach. She's in Daytona, but one of the things is that she's on this call this morning because she is intentional. And we're talking about intentional. I wanted to open that up because nobody is here this morning by accident. She is here. She's walking, even though she knew she's going to be doing exercise, even though she knew she's living that part of her life. You guys have to understand that she was governed by her calendar. She was governed by her calendar. And so she's the winner. She's the winner because you can't seize the day if you don't have a day that's a disciplined day, or if the day's not going to be disciplined, or if you're not going to follow your calendar. So this morning, the first thing I did at 5:30 a.m., I was laying in bed. Yeah, I'm a nerd, forgive me. And I got my phone up right here. And first I had to put it down to make myself pray. Okay? Because that's the first thing we want to do. We want to pick up that phone. We want to look at IG. We want to look at YouTube. We want to look at Facebook. You understand what I'm saying? We're going to do everything. We want to see what somebody else said, but not what God said. So the first thing I have to do is put that thing down because it's addictive, guys. You understand what I'm saying? It's addictive. But when you start your day addicted to the wrong things, you are poised to be distracted for the rest of the day. So I'm just dropping some knowledge right there that I hope you all are grasping right now. If that's not a priority, I'm not necessarily talking about spiritual things. I'm saying if you start your day, think about this, looking at what other people are doing.
Wow. Wow.
True.
Yeah.
Are y'all catching that?
Yeah.
Forget your day if that's what you're doing. Forget your day. And think about now how habit forming that is. Think about how you go down the rabbit hole of TikTok. You go down the rabbit hole of Instagram. You go down the rabbit hole of Facebook before you ever talk to your maker or look at your own calendar. So, I didn't mean to start off heavy with y'all, but Yvette made me. She made me.
Yeah.
Magda made me. So the first thing you got to do when you wake up in the morning, put that phone down, tell the man upstairs what you want, what you're looking for, what you expect out of the day. After you tell him thank you for even waking you up for that moment so that you can realize that. And then from there, I looked at my calendar. I mean, I knew you guys were first up today. I know I've got a staff meeting going on in that behind that door right there where all the VPs are in their meeting now. And when I'm done with this, I'm going to walk in there and I'm going to hear what they're going to do with their day. And then I'm going to get at making sure that I fulfill every aspect of this calendar. Yeah, there's going to be some things that I want to insert in the day, but this calendar is getting ready to govern my day. But are you guys already seeing what I'm saying? Wake up in the morning with a solid focus on yourself. Now, there's a saying I have here at Aura. And I'm going to get back to my notes here, but Caesar, threw me off. Listen, there's a saying I have here at Aura. Cheryl, it goes, if you're minding my business, then you're not minding your own.
That's right.
Okay? If you're minding my business, then you're not minding your own. So I have one of the ways that I stay successful around here is I keep an incredible focus on my business, what I'm supposed to be doing, keeping the main thing the main thing. Okay. And that calendar, working with my assistant outside, she knew. They told me on Friday, I got to be here at 8 o'clock. It's Cheryl. 8 o'clock. You got to be here. Do you have your notes? The notes are on your desk. Have you read over the notes? Do you know what you're going to talk about? And they drove me to that point so that when I left the office on Friday, all I could think about was Monday morning, I got to be there early. I got to be there early because I have a Zoom at 8 o'clock, but singularly focused on my day. You can't win the day worried about somebody else's day. I'm coming back to that over and over and over. You cannot win the day worried about somebody else's day. In particular, when 90% of what you're looking at is lies. Okay?
Yeah, that's so true.
Wow.
Imagine living your whole life trying to be like somebody else only to get to the end and figure out that they were faking it.
Oof.
Right.
Oof.
Hector, you feel me, brother? Imagine living your whole life trying to be like somebody else only to get to the end and you learn that they were faking it.
Wow.
And you never learn who Jorge was. You never learned who Maria was. You never learned who Chi-Chi was. You never lived for Diana. You never lived for Ed or Alejandro. Because you've been living trying to be like somebody else's presentation.
Yeah.
Especially with the social media right now, right, Mr.
Right. So I'm trying to get, there's so much deeper I can take you. I'm going to get there, but I have to build you and get you to that moment, okay? Because
Wow.
you guys are going to rule the day. When you take control of your day and you work that calendar, you do what you're supposed to do, everything else follows suit. But when you start your day looking at other people's days, there's no way for you to control your day. Is everybody with me there?
Amen.
Yes.
All right. So the foundation of winning, we're talking about leading yourself first. Okay. Leadership begins with self-management. Self-management begins with managing yourself, understanding who you are. Now, let me tell you something. You're going to be challenged throughout this day, and you're going to be challenged. And I'm going to challenge each of you. There's something called running through the finish line. I want you guys to run through the finish line. It's the 3rd of November, and this year don't end till December 31st at midnight. I don't want you to quit. I need you to set goals. I need you to go back and look at the January goals. And then I need you to look at the February goals, the March and the April and the Mays. I need you to look at what you have accomplished and have not accomplished. Put it back down in front of you and prepare to run, through the finish line. Some of you guys are already putting stuff on 2026. No, stop that. You're going to work those leads right now. You're going to call those people right now. You're going to go back to those things right now and keep on, because if not, you're going to wait till 2026 and then it'll be 2027 before you ever get back to it. Go back to those things that you said you were going to accomplish this year. And remember that true leadership begins with self-management. You got to manage yourself. Got to go back to your goals. Have I hit those goals? What have I hit? What have I not hit? What have I accomplished? What have I not accomplished? But we're not quitting. We're not quitting. And we're not going to put it on the 2026 calendar already. You don't know what next year holds. You don't know that next year is going to be the year for you to accomplish that. Right now is the time. Listen, if you're part of a team, or if you're on a team, or if you're leading a team, or if you're thinking about starting your own team, you can't expect consistency from your team or business if you're not consistent yourself. Okay? You cannot hold anyone else to a standard that you yourself don't embody. I wish I had a crickets button.
So how important do you think that is, Cliff? Because I feel like that's one of the number one thing else as a realtor, we fail to that follow through. We write it down and we put the vision board, but when we don't follow through.
So you follow up is the only thing that brings something into existence. Okay. You can't, faith without works is magic. Okay. Faith without works is magic. So it's one thing to put something on your vision board, but having an expectation of it to manifest, but you never actually did anything to accomplish it, that's called magic. It does, and there's no such thing as magic. Okay. So the Bible says faith without works is dead. I'm telling you, in reality, faith without works is magic. You're expecting something to poof appear. No. So if you've got something on the vision board, when I coach people, I coach them working backwards. I make them put together a 30, a 60, a 90-day plan, and I coach them through that plan. I want to know where you want to be in 30 days, where you want to be in 60 days, where you want to be in 90 days, and you put it down. And then I'm going to ask you every day and hold you accountable for that plan. I'm going to ask you every day, where are we at on this? Where are we at on that? Where are we at on this? Where are we at on that? Are y'all following me here? And I'm going to keep on asking, and you can't get mad because I asked you about your plans. So you ever notice people get mad when you hold them accountable for what they said they want to do? When you start, you said this, and then they get mad at you. Like, I ain't got time. You know, my mama, my auntie, my cousin, no, you can't do that.
Yeah.
What we're going to do is you have to hold yourself accountable. And if you put a vision board together, if you set a set of goals, a good leader is going to sit there and go over those goals with you and say to you, what have you done towards this? What have you done? For instance, I have an exact idea of the next house I'm going to own. I can tell you exactly what it's going to look like, but further than that, I can tell you what the gate's going to cost, because all y'all ain't just riding up on my property. I know what the driveway is going to look like. I know what the pool is going to look like. And I've already started looking at the cost of all this. And guess what? I'm working my way backwards. I know that able to afford this, I got to do this. I got to do this. I got to do this. And I got to do this. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm working my way towards those goals. I'm backing my way into it so that every day my actions take me closer and closer. Same thing with a vacation I want to take. Same thing with the next vehicle I want to drive. I envision it and then I start working towards it. But again, I have to be consistent with what I do here in order for that to manifest itself. And then I keep on looking at it. With this building, the building that we built, we financed this building in 2019. A lot of people think that this just popped up overnight. No, this is something, when I was hired in 2017, a group of people sat me around a table and they said, build us a new building. And I said, okay. I listened to what they talked about and why we don't have a building yet. I listened to all the excuses in the world from every past president this and every past president that. And once we laid all that out on the table, I put a plan in front of them and said, okay, here's how we're going to get our building. 2 years later, well, it took me 2 years to get through the waiting and the fighting and the infighting and all that kind of stuff. And then 2 years later, we got the financing and then we began building it. And along the way, we hit obstructions. We hit COVID, slowed down everything. Then we had supply chain issues that slowed down everything. And then after the supply chain issues, we had a change order, a $2 million change order. But guess what? I had a clear vision in my mind of where we were going with this building, and we kept on moving towards it every day. So let me ask you this. How many of you guys have sales goals that you haven't hit, but you feel that you've gotten derailed from that? And I want to ask, because I'm getting ready to move to my next point, why were you derailed? Anybody here willing to be honest that you had a sales goal Eric, I love you, brother. Tell me about it.
Yeah, I'm currently in that, I call it a funk. I'm in that molasses right now. And it's because I've lost kind of my way of what's important. What I need to make money for me. And I started paying attention to crazy family and issues with friends, and which is I love them and I want to be there for them, but I kind of forgot about Eric.
Man, I love that honesty.
But after last week's training or class, watch out for me because I'm coming at it. I am so motivated after last week. Oof, forget it.
I
Anyway,
love that.
I admit it. I got off track. It's my fault. I'm getting back on the track today. I am right now. I'm back on track. Being here, I'm back on track.
I got you. So here's what I'm gonna drop a nugget here. I'm gonna give you a slight illustration, and then I want to drop a nugget. I wrote this one down just for you, Eric. Okay. So you guys ever watch basketball?
Yeah.
All right. So sometimes, Eric, you're trying to shoot your shot, and life is going to foul you. A foul happens. Somebody pushes you. Somebody bumps you. You follow me, Priscilla?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you find yourself at the free throw line of life. You get another shot. You get a shot because you were fouled. Eric, the world is trying to distract you. You ever seen a free throw shooter behind the goal?
Yeah.
Everybody's doing this. They're waving their hands. They're trying to get your attention. They're dancing a jig. They're doing everything. But in order for you to take your next shot, you've got to focus. You've got to drown out that whole crowd, all the people cheering, all the people yelling. They're talking about you. They're talking about your marriage. They're talking about your money. They're talking about your children. They're talking about your brokers. They're saying somebody's leaving. Somebody's going to this company. So you got to drown out all of that crap.
Yes.
Take your shot. Are you following me here? Because this next shot is going to be the one that gets you the new client, that gets you the new listing, that gets you to a closing. You've got to drown out all that noise and be great for 1 second. Now, I want you to write this down, Eric. To some people, motivation is an emotion, and that's a dangerous thing.
Mm-hmm.
Emotions rise and fall. Your motivation cannot be the same as your emotions. You've got to be consistent in what you desire all the way through. You see, when you're consistent, you're not worried about who's coming, who's leaving. You're not worried about who's waving their hand. When it's all about you and your business, you tell people, go do what you gonna do. Go do you. You tell the next person, yeah, I'm glad. Good for you, boo. Good to see you on Facebook. Great to see you on YouTube. But for me in my house, I'm singularly focused on my business. Are you following me here?
I love that. That's
Motivation cannot be an emotion.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
I think we can all relate. I think we can all relate, especially
yes.
you brought a point, like we see a lot realtors switching brokerage, and it feels like they feel like the grass is greener on the other side, but they don't work on their self to see what is it that I'm not doing right in my business, not growing. But they go into, maybe if I come knock this door and knock that door, and not really putting that 100% attention to themselves. So we see that a whole lot in this business.
Listen, I see it before you see it. They call me before they call you. Are y'all listening to me? It don't mean a thing. What's shiny on Monday is dingy on Friday. I told you about Facebook and social media. I started off telling you, do not start your day looking at what other folks present themselves to be. Okay? Yeah. Present being the key word, a present. You get present. You have to unbox it. It's what's inside that matters, because the outside is just wrapping.
That's wrapping.
Y'all gonna get this in a second. Wanda, are they catching me? Are they catching me, Wanda?
I am clear and sound.
Okay.
Tuesday.
Stay focused. If you're worried about my business, then you're not worried about your own. Stay focused on your business, because you can get 100% of nothing. Okay? Stay focused on your business. Number 2, I told you motivation cannot be an emotion. What you need is small, unglamorous habits done daily. Okay? My first quote of the day is going to go to Ray Lewis, former linebacker for the Jaguars. Miami boy, any of you Miami Hurricane fans? Ray Lewis is a Hall of Famer. Ray Lewis has a definition of greatness. Y'all ready? Greatness is a lot of small things done well, stacked up on top of each other. Greatness is a lot of small things done well, stacked up on top of each other. See, if you want to achieve what you want in life, you've got to do a lot of small things well. Have you made all your calls? Have you worked your CRM? Have you made your call back? Did you even answer your phone? Are you still screening calls? Listen, if you're a realtor screening calls, that's a recipe for disaster. Okay? I've never seen anything like people who want to be successful in sales not answering the phone. Okay? Greatness is a lot of small things done well, stacked up on top of each other. So listen, being a good CEO is not necessarily because I can read a P&L or that I understand a balance sheet. It's because I pick up the phone every time one of my members calls and put it down. Every time one of the members calls and I put it down. And I listen to what they have to say and I direct their situations to a place where I can solve their problems. Does that make sense? That's what catapults me to the level of being a good CEO. I hire people who understand budgets. I hire people who understand education. I hire people who understand government affairs. My job is to consistently be here every day, consistently listen to those people. Greatness is a lot of small things done well, stacked up on each other. Eric, what you would have done wrong with your day is you let someone interfere with your small things. Does that make sense to you? Am I telling you the truth? Okay.
Yes, I know
you let someone... Are y'all listening to what I'm saying here?
Yes.
Yes.
You let someone interfere with your small things. You cannot have a huge day every day. This day, having a winning mindset is made up of doing a bunch of small things well, consistently, stacked on top of each other every day. And then boom, something great happens as a result. Boom, a listing. Boom, a closing. Boom, a new. Are y'all following me here? But when you let a bunch of people and other people in social media, all this stuff interfere with your small things, then your whole year, pretty soon a month, pretty soon a quarter, pretty soon everything is derailed. You cannot allow those things to interfere with your day. You have to have discipline to make sure that you do those same things every day. Who's with me? Anybody? Am I haven't lost anybody?
Yes. Yeah, obvio. But I have a question, Cliff. How do you teach other the value of discipline without overwhelming them? Because that's something important. How do you help them? How do you teach them?
First of all, you establish boundaries yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. People, when you're trying to teach someone else something, you have to show them, lead them by example. Okay. So the first thing you do is you can't teach me anything if you don't have boundaries. If you haven't set yourself up, if I can intrude on your day all day, every day, there's nothing you can treat me because you're allowing me to bring my willy-nilly into your lifestyle.
Yeah.
So the first way you teach somebody is saying, hey, look, it's 2 o'clock. I got to make my call. Okay. It's wait, it's 3 o'clock. So what will happen is they begin to notice that you respect yourself so much, you respect your processes so much, then they begin to want to emulate your processes. I wrote that down here. Where's my other note? You have to be so consistent with who you are and what you do that they want to be like you. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. You have to be so consistent with who you are and what you do that they want to be like you. What happens, Magda, is you allow them to intrude on your time and on your day. And then now you've lost track of what you're trying to do with your day.
Yes. Yes.
Boundaries not only are for you, but boundaries teach other people good behavior.
That's right.
Boundaries teach other people good behavior. See, a lot of times people think that it's about, well, let me just leave it there because I don't want to intrude on what I'm going to say in a minute. Boundaries teach other people good behavior. You set some boundaries. You let them know this is as far as I go with you on this. All right, catch me after 2 o'clock. Eventually, you give them the discipline to do those same things in their lives. I hope I'm answering your question.
Yeah.
Leading by example.
I agree too.
Yeah, leading by example. Guys, boundaries. Some of my, when you see people act the nut the most around me, it's because I put them in their place.
Yeah.
I set a boundary. Me and you don't go any further than this right here. and they'll act a nut at first, but then they'll fall into place later on. And then they'll figure out how to fit in with what I'm trying to do. Because I'm trying to be like Wanda and Hector. But, you know, all right, so listen.
That's great.
I just said it. I talked all around myself. A consistent mindset, we're talking about boundaries, builds trust within yourself and your team. If you got people around you and you have people are looking for consistency. A consistent mindset builds trust between yourself and your team. People don't like people who are all over the place. And number two, as a leader, your habits become the standard that other people follow. But so Jorge, George, people are looking at your habits. They're absolutely looking at you. You think they're not, but they are. Mora, people are looking at you. Elvira, people are looking at you. They look at your habits, and those habits, especially, listen, if you are successful, become the standards that other people follow. Okay? So if you're successful, if you're hitting 6 million a year, 10 million a year, 13 million a year, and you're doing the same things every day, people look at that and then they'll start to follow that. They'll emulate that. But what's worse is when people start following bad habits.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, I'm going to give you some signs, and I ain't stepping on no toes, but I'm going to be honest with you. When they start following other people and their bad habits, then they blame it on the company. When they start following other people and their bad habits, then they blame it on the commission structure. They start following other people and their bad habits, then they blame it on we don't get enough education. When they start following other people and their bad habits, then are y'all following me here?
Oh, yes.
I talk to thousands of brokers, but the problem is you never did what it takes to be great, which is a bunch of small things done well stacked on each other. But your bad habits and your inability to stop other people from intruding on your time and your inability to stay focused on what you're doing now has you looking for a reason for your failure. A reason that you haven't hit the goals. And now you're looking for someone else, some other structure, some other commission, some other person to blame that on. But really, it's about you and the fact that you got derailed. I hope I'm helping somebody this morning, because my mindset Monday is my door. Let me see if AI is with me today. All right. Can you still see me?
A little.
Part only.
Follow me. Okay, follow me. She's not following me. Okay.
No.
Now it's following me. Look at that. Yeah. You gonna follow? Oh, now you're gonna follow me. Anyway, my doors are closed. My staff knows don't come in here. When that door is closed and I'm working, or if I'm on a Zoom talking to a broker or a brokerage, everybody knows at that moment that time is off limits. Are y'all following me here? This is Monday. Monday is the most important day of my week. Number one, it's because I make myself available to the members. But number two, 20,000 people are going to call and tell me what went wrong with their weekend. And 20,000 people are going to call and tell me my lockbox, my bill, y'all cut me off. I promise you I didn't get the email. 20,000 people are going to call, and I'm going to answer that phone every time. And I'm going to make sure that I'm there every time, being consistent for the people. So next, we'll talk about discipline. Woo. All right, y'all ready? Discipline to some people is constricting, but that's to unsuccessful people. Discipline creates freedom. Mm-hmm. Discipline creates freedom. Discipline is not about restriction. It's about peace and progress. You see, when you've done all the things that you are supposed to do, you free up your schedule, your time, and your day, and your mind to be inventive to do other things. Okay, when you're a disciplined person, you're living a proactive lifestyle and not a reactive lifestyle. Undisciplined people, here's a nugget, write it down. Undisciplined people are always reacting to something.
Yeah.
You're led by the day. I started off, I said social media, listening to people. Undisciplined people are always reacting to something. Disciplined people are proactive in their day. The day is planned, it's happening. The day does what I tell it to do. Undisciplined people, I'm about to challenge somebody because I know you're thinking, what about when things come up? Undisciplined people are always reactive. Everybody got that?
I was talking about that, and my question was related to what you're saying, and probably you already said the answer, but I'm gonna ask it. I'm gonna ask you anyways. How do you stay disciplined when you don't see immediate results?
When you knock on a door, can you see who's on the other side?
That's a good one.
They open the door, yeah.
No, but you keep on knocking, don't you?
Sure.
That's good.
You see, you
Like that.
Like that.
when you knock on the door, you can't see who's on the other side. But Wanda, you keep knocking.
If especially if you're a kid and you're a trick or treat.
So Wanda, I'm going to tell you this. Whether it's working or not, you will always have to tweak the little things that you do, but you keep on doing them because they're adding up to something. Please trust me on this. Okay? You always have to tweak. Sometimes it's not a call. Sometimes it's a call and a postcard. Sometimes it's not a call and a postcard. Sometimes it's a call, a postcard, and going to a BNI meeting. Sometimes it's not that. Sometimes it's a call, a postcard, going to a BNI meeting, and going to an education class. But it's all stacked on top of each other. Does that make sense to you guys?
Yeah.
You can't stop because a cake won't rise with just flour. A cake is still going to have the other ingredients. It's still going to have the eggs. It's still going to have the vanilla extract. It's still going to have the flour. It's still going to have the butter. Are y'all following me here? It's still going to have to be whipped. Oh, but Wanda, I'm fixing to go deep on you now. And after all that, it's still going to have to be put in the oven.
Yeah.
And it's going to have to face the heat.
Ooh.
And it will never be what it's supposed to be until it faces the heat. And if it comes out any sooner, it's gonna fall.
Wow.
So
I have clipped here every Monday.
Oh wow.
Love it.
So my sister,
Oh good.
it's gonna take the calls, and then it's gonna take the call and the postcard. Then it's gonna take the call, the postcard, and the social media. Then it's gonna take the call, the postcard, the social. Are y'all with me here? Everybody here? Greatness is a lot of little things done well, stacked up on top of each other. Stop listening to other people's lies about their one-track system of getting to 10 million. They lying. What they really want is to get you to buy their system. Okay?
Yes.
It's Wanda, honey, Nick Saban, the great Nick Saban coach, he says, keep on selling till it catches. Okay? It will not always happen the way you want it to. Man, we launched things here at Aura, and I just know that the agents are gonna love it. And then I got a grand opening and don't nobody show up. And I got 10 G's, 20 G's invested in this thing, and nobody's outside. Do I quit? No. I come, okay, what's next on the calendar? What we got tomorrow? That moment is over with. Wanda, I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. Keep coming to the table. When you knock, you can't see who's on the other side. You knock in faith that somebody that you think should be home at that time is going to answer that door. I need you to keep on knocking, even though you cannot see the person coming. You know, I always like to use a scripture in the Bible that talks about the story of Abraham and Isaac and how God told him to sacrifice his son, his only son, and he had to go to the top of the mountain. And so the scripture said he got the wood, he got his son, and they went walking. And the son said, hey, Daddy, where's the sacrifice? And he didn't remember that he was the sacrifice. Well, he didn't know it because his daddy didn't reveal it to him. But he was the sacrifice. But that's not what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about is how a mountain has a peak. You with me here? You see, all the while they were marching up the mountain in faith, there was a goat coming up the other side that they couldn't see. And when they got to the top, boom, there was the sacrifice. It's coming, sis. It's coming. You can't see it coming because you're caught up in you're right here, you're right now, your tunnel vision. But the sale is coming. 20,000 people can't be wrong. It's there. Top producers all over America can't be wrong. It's not about this or that person's sales system. It's not about 10%, 80, 20, 70, 30, 100%. It's about you being consistent, because at the end of the day, you still got to be talking to people. At the end of the day, you still got to be offering your product. At the end of the day, you still got to be out there telling people that you can change their lives. And we're going to close with that in a little while, the close their lives part, change their lives part. But I got a couple of things I want to hit. The last thing before I take questions, I talked about discipline creating freedom. When you control your schedule, your habits, and your energy, life feels lighter, not tighter. Now, we talked about your energy. Now, Priscilla, Magda, Eric, Caesar, Cher, whoo, a lot of this is you controlling that energy. Remember what I said, Eric, I said motivation is not an emotion.
Mm-hmm.
That energy, Rosilia, comes when you remember why you're doing this. When you remember what started this. When you remember why you got in this business and how good it feels to help somebody. When all of this gets reduced down to a commission, you are lost.
Yes.
True. Yeah.
If you've allowed it to just get boiled down to a commission, you're lost. If you're no longer looking at this as you changing people's lives or you living out your purpose, then you can go work someplace else, because the motivation in this business comes from changing lives and helping people to achieve their dreams and remembering what you do. I know that every time you sell a house, Wanda, every time I make God happy. And that's how I boil it down. You understand what I'm saying? Every time Cheryl asked me to do something like this, girl, it's an honor. It's an honor. It is an honor, because when you guys in your group is successful, when Joe LaRosa is successful, it means Cliff has done his job. So I see this. I come running when you call. I don't run away. I start canceling things on my schedule. I have nothing more important to do in life than sit here and talk to you right now. Nothing else. I'm fulfilling my purpose. So now I'm going to take some questions, because I don't want to waste these last 15 minutes and not get to the heart of the matter. So listen.
I have a question for you. How do you balance, Cliff? How do you balance, because again, I know Caesar and I here, we run offices, and it gets a little, overwhelmed.
Yeah.
You running a whole association another level. I mean, we have, a couple hundred agents, but you got thousands. And how do you balance your private life, daily tasks, and be able to still deliver the way you do?
Okay. So, wow, you've asked me my $1 million question. I too have imbalance. Okay. Because everybody always has something planned. So the first thing I do is, number one, this schedule, it becomes the Bible. Okay. I have got to get to my lot of small things. I know they will add up to something great. A good example is, let me see if I can pull it up. Here's my WhatsApp. Come on. So on Tuesday, this is how it works. On Tuesday, I get a note. I send out emails to Andrew James. You don't know Andrew. He's on the Real Estate Commission in Jamaica. Past President Howard Johnson, the CEO. I sent emails to many Jamaican realtors to check on them to see how they were doing. Okay? Because y'all know I love global. But this is relationships. I'm checking on people all the time. Then on top of that, I get an email from Aiken. And he says, hey, we want you to come to Nigeria to speak. We're going to cover the cost. You got me? That ain't on the schedule. everything that's shiny looks good. I have a wall drawn that happens at a certain time every day. Okay. And who in here has more than one kid? Who's got two?
I got two.
3, 4. Who's got 5? All right, I got 5 kids. I have 5 kids. They're all grown now. I raised all my kids. Hallelujah. Boundaries. Granite boundaries that I turn the phone off. After 5 o'clock, only one person's going to get me to answer that phone. That's Lawrence Belito. Y'all follow me here? That's the president. You can call, you can text, you can say, I need you, I'm hurting. I ain't answering that phone because I got my own family that I need to worry about. When you draw that line, guys, draw the line, okay? Because nothing can happen if you don't have the right mindset and if you're tired and if you're worn out. Draw the line where it needs to be. And I have other, So Priscilla, I've got other leaders who can handle that call. And chances are, what the person's about to ask me or tell me ain't even none of my business, and it's not in my purview.
Delegate.
Delegate. I've got somebody that's qualified to handle that, Claudia. Are y'all following what I'm saying? Yeah. I've got people in place for that. Look, I'm not looking at nobody's bill. I don't even know how to look your bill up. I don't know. I don't know what your bill is. I got somebody, and you know who you need to call. Chances are you just didn't want to talk to them no more because they told you the truth. So I don't deal with that. Now, if one of my brokers calls, if Joe calls, if I see Joe call or Deanna, I'm going to answer that. But are y'all following what I'm saying? I draw the line. Good leaders have boundaries. Good leaders have boundaries. If you're in the NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball, they have what's called an off season. And when it's the off season, it's the off season. In real estate, you guys need to create an off season. Okay. When you step out, having somebody to take care of that listing for you, somebody to do that showing for you. I'm talking too much. Go to my next question.
Wow.
Guys, listen.
Yeah.
Ask me anything. I don't care.
How do you stay neutral with showing? Because you get so much pull out from different brokers, and there's a lot of beef out there. Let's be real. And how do you handle that and stay neutral? I'm like, I'm just a CEO. I support you both, or how do you deal with that? Because that's a lot of pressure.
That goes back to your integrity, and you have to do it the first time. Ooh, listen, guys, I'm gonna tell you a secret. You have to do it the first time. The first time you slip up and way to a side, they got you.
Yes.
They got you. You will never be able to get that little moment back again. I'm giving you a secret. The first time something happens that causes you to have to go to it, you draw the line right then. State it then, because it's so hard to get back on track. Okay, so I have people come. I got friends. I got my people, my family at La Rosa. You got my people. I got my people elsewhere. I tell them, don't bring me into that. Don't bring me into that. If that makes sense. Don't bring me. Yeah, I have people who try to sway me. Now, you're not going to go over and do that with those people. And I'm like, yep.
Yeah.
I sure am. That's what I get paid to do. And if you were my friend, you wouldn't be asking me.
Exactly.
But listen, I have to check them early. Does that make sense?
Yes.
It does.
You have to check them early, because if you let it linger, you'll never get that little piece of integrity back again.
Wow.
And trust me, they will come back and be your friend. They'll tell you more. They'll disclose more because they'll trust you that you're not going to put their business out in the street. Because remember, I'm the first to learn your business. I learned it before DBPR learns it. The association is, and this is also why it has to be Switzerland. 20,000 members equates to 40,000 eyes and 40,000 ears. Y'all hear me? I will know it the moment it comes out your mouth. And I will also tell my staff that you will not repeat it. Because the moment you repeat it, this all comes tumbling down. So that's how I shut up in the beginning, and I will not take your side. Period. Point blank.
Yeah, because
That's
you're
a
not being
smart thing to
reactive.
do.
That's
Yes.
the thing. You're not being reactive. You said it earlier. You're not being reactive. You're being proactive with everything.
You got it. You got the first check, Cheryl. Check it the first time. Nope, don't bring me in it. We're good. I'm getting paid. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? My money right. That's between y'all. Don't bring me into this. Now, if you need some gas money or something, I got you. However, don't bring me into that.
I think let's get one more question. I know Victoria had her hand up. Victoria, go ahead. Unmute yourself and ask the question.
Hi, good morning, guys. So my question is, you said, I believe like to be a leader, you have to delegate, you have to have people to help you on your team and so on, because there's so much, like you're balancing a whole association. But what if you're the person that is the task or delegated to? Like, how do you balance, like me, let's say I'm delegated with things, how do I balance the cutoff time? Because sometimes I feel like it could be 12 midnight, 6 in the morning, and then it's that freedom where people just feel like they can just throw things at you.
That's true. That happens. And as I alleged, my phone does ring. Okay. I hate to say that I just said it, but to tell you anything else is going to be to tell you a lie. When it comes to you and they delegate it to you, make it clear, okay, but I'm not going to get to that till 8 in the morning. Okay, here are the things I have to do that I must accomplish. Are you following? I will get to that unless that person is delegating to you can take A, B, and C off of your schedule. You already know what you have to do. You tell them, okay, but I will not be able to get to that till Tuesday. Okay, I am booked up until this day. This is part of your discipline as an agent, but not just as an agent, but as a person. You have to be able to draw those little bitty lines in the sand, and because I require a buy-win. When I talk to my people and I ask them to do something, they're allowed to tell me no, CEO or no CEO. They're allowed to tell me no, but they're going to tell me why at the same time. Mm-hmm. Okay, and they'll say, because I'm working on this, I'm working on that, I got this to do. Okay, cool. Because in my mind, so Victoria, the person that's asking you to do this, it's not manipulation, but they've already caused you to believe. Everybody follow me here, because this is the world. This is not La Rosa. When they ask you to do something, whether it's a loved one or a cousin or a this or that, they've already, in a way, got you to a place where you believe you're the only one that can do it for them. And then that hero complex that's inside of you is getting ready to jump in, and you getting ready to say yes to some mess that you really can't do. Because you become Captain Save-'em. Mm-hmm. Okay, so because that Captain Save-'em inside you is getting ready to get you to say, okay. But the reality of it is you need to say, I'll try my best, but you need to know I won't be able to get to this until. And then you draw the line. And what they will do is, depending, on their sense of urgency, they're going to back up and find somebody else that can get it done quicker or better, or that they can give it to other than you. But it is I'm looking at you in the corner right here, but you're really right here. It is your desire to always, everybody listen. Claudia, listen. It is your desire to always want to come to the rescue that keeps on leading you into this situation over and over and over. And then, where's my guy Eric? Pretty soon, everything else is derailed because everybody else's issues have now become your issue, and now your sales are off. Is everybody seeing this empirically?
Yes.
Okay, because your sales are off, your situation off, because you couldn't draw that line. You couldn't get to your greatness, your bunch of small things done over and over and over. Are y'all following me here?
Yes.
And it becomes a cycle. You have to win the day. When you win the day, you win the week. When you win the week, you win the month. When you win the month, you win the year. Amen. A bunch of small things done well, stacked up on each other. Caesar, was that my last question, or is there one more?
No, that was the last question. That was the last one, because we gotta wrap it up.
Oh, man.
It's been amazing. It's been amazing. I wrote some amazing things here, especially that motivation cannot be an emotion. That one was a big one. Stacking the small disciplines. boundaries teach others good behavior. All these things are amazing nuggets that we can use on a daily basis to, like you said, win the day, win the week, win the month, and win the year. So, wow.
Let me throw something at you real quick, because I'm excited about this. You said it. Boundaries teach others what? Say it again.
Good behaviors.
Okay, now where's my girl? Where's she at? Who just asked me the question?
Victoria.
Boundaries teach others good behavior. When you have set your boundaries, they know when and when not to approach you.
Yes.
Wow.
And you have taught them good behavior.
I think this is one of the best Mindset Monday that we had ever.
We gotta bring it back.
You nailed every little thing. I'm pretty sure. Like now, I'm thinking about how I'm gonna do my vision board, how I'm gonna go back and fix everything I need to do.
I just have to say that knowing Cliff is loving him, because he's the kind of person that always goes above and beyond for their people. And he's a hugger, so if you see that guy in person,
he's going to hug you.
So,
listen, Cheryl, when I come back, I want to teach you guys another thing: when to cut people off.
Oh, I love that.
Coming back, Cliff.
Let's do it.
Yes, awesome. Thank you.
You'll know when I cut you off.
Thank you so much.
That's important too.
Thank you, everyone.
Look, I love you. I'm leaving the chat.